Little black book. You know what time it is. 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 Time it is.
Eight figure, that's my type. That's my type. A rich nigga, eight figure, that's my type.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell button for notification of the uploads, baby. And for those of you returnees, you ain't got the minerals. You ain't got the minerals. Yeah. Alright, listen, we're going to talk to you guys about Broderick Hunter's latest tweet that came up. I was just on Twitter and I saw that he had retweeted or quote tweeted a video that was on TikTok by a YouTuber or by white people, sorry, white girl, sorry, apologies, by a TikTok person on YouTube. And I'll play the clip for you now. Beautiful. And so on the particular clip, we see this white girl in front of a picture of Broderick Hunter, you know, and the song is saying, this kind of nigga that I like, or whatever, this 8 figures that I like, all right? And now we've seen a few times this happen. So, you know, when a law is given, many try to find a way around the law, right? And the law here is, don't say nigger. It's as simple as that. You're not black, don't say nigger. Right? And now when that word gets passed, what happens is white people, unfortunately, and not all, I'm not going to say all, but white people seem to feel the sense of entitlement and privilege being stripped from them. And therefore they feel the need to find a way around it, right? And this is what we're seeing right now, right? So this girl here standing in front of this picture of Broderick Hunter, pointing at him while the song's saying, the kind of nigga that I like. Now, what does that insinuate? Because the word is insinuate here. She hasn't said it. So in her defense, she's going to say, well, I didn't say it. But the point is this. I didn't say I wanted sex. I just alluded to it. I didn't say I wanted to have sex with you, but I alluded to it. I didn't even say anything, but my touch, I grazed across your chest. How would you feel? I've alluded to something. I don't have to even say sex. I just have to say, listen, you know, like, listen, you know how you know what it is. Now, by the way my tone is, the way I'm going, you can already assess what I'm saying. So I don't need to say the word sex in there. You don't need to say the word nigger to not be, you don't have to say the word nigger itself for it to be a racial profiling in the sense of and trying to break that and flout that law without actually saying the word. So there was an insinuation that was made. She was very, very clever about it. That's what makes it even more worse. That this was very cleverly done. Now someone might say this, I think someone said it was a TikTok challenge or whatever. That's fine. Listen, let it be a TikTok challenge. But the moment that song is playing, you have no rights to use it. Why would you not use that song, yeah, the rich nigga like, and use a white guy on it? You wouldn't, because it didn't make sense. What made sense was to put the song nigger playing while a black man's on it, right? So indirectly what you're trying to do is say nigger without saying it. It's a flouting of the laws. You're now becoming conniving, and you're now being very, very, very callous, and actually you're being very tactful about how you're doing it. This is not even a slip of the word as the song was playing. No. You've calculated this. You filmed this, took time, thought about this, planned this, prepped this, thinking how this would bang. And now you're in a position where we can't now say it's a mistake. It's not a mistake because you've had many steps of process to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Also, there's a thing, like, when we're talking about indirect, there's a thing called, obviously, subtle racism, which is that it's not overt, and so this is where we are in this generation. Things are not overt in racism. It's not me calling you a nigger to your face, you black piece of no, it's none of that stuff. What we're seeing is subtle racism, which is very, very well crafted into the media that we see. So, for instance, you might see on television, right? You might see the news, and all you ever see of black people is negative stereotypes, criminals, killers, murderers, all this kind of things, thieves. And so what you're doing is building up a narrative that black people, all they do is steal. Now we see years ago, the same kind of overtness where it was like films would have, like for instance, like the King Kong kind of thing where it was a white woman, Jane or whatever, and kind of showing that the black beast, you know, is taking your woman, right? So creating this animosity towards black men, even though we've done nothing, but comparing us to apes and to animals. And what they're doing is this. What they're trying to do is disassociate the black male, black woman from being human. And when you compare them to an animal, what it actually does is that it stops people from actually really looking at a person as a human, and therefore the emotions that we have towards human, the love that we have towards human beings, the respect that we have towards human beings, the holiness of what someone's life is no longer comes into play, because now we see them as an animal. We don't mind them being slaughtered. And so we're seeing the same indirect racism being shown here, where, for instance, like I said, on movies where the black person dies first all the time, or the black person dies a very gruesome death, right? Again, just showing that lack of propensity for our lives, that we're merely animals to the slaughter. Do you understand? We struggle to get into award shows because the only time we get awarded is when we have films that are to do with slavery. I'm not saying that's every situation, because there have been some people one time, but a lot of times it's like because we've been in slavery, and it's like, yeah, okay, is that the only ones we're gonna do? Right? And so all of this is all factoring and playing into a particular, TikTok that this woman did as well. So yeah, shout out. And also, I'm glad that Broderick Hunter actually called it out, because it's not easy to do that. Because he knows the market he's in is the modern industry, and there are plenty of white people there. So for him to call out that person, because it doesn't just call out that one white person, it calls out many people who thought this was okay. Right? And it calls all of them out to question. And so what you're saying is that, you know what, I could potentially, my bag is not as important as doing the right thing. And that can be a costly thing in any industry and media where white people control, which is everything. So, I really rate the fact that he did that. And it takes a strong person to do so and not think about the bag rather than what's right. So yeah, guys, hey, just a quick little rundown, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click down below for your opinions and your comments. We really appreciate you, man. Hey, remember, think before you like. Think before you do. Don't do before you think. Otherwise, you'll be thinking about what you got to do. Do you understand? Appreciate you guys.